This is going to be your daily positive energy that I'm going to do my best to give. I'm going to try to do this every day because there's so much going on every day that I'm sure everybody needs encouraging words. Encouraging words that I have for today is simply, we are going to have to come together, guys. We have to come together for a common cause, which is to calm each other down, which is to, like I said in previous videos, to uplift each other. There's so many people that's going through right now. I remember the other day I was delivering to a store, and every time I go to a store, the most thing people is approach me for is, hey, you know, when that tissue coming off the truck, y'all got any Lysol coming in today? Have you seen hand sanitizer? We haven't seen hand sanitizer in a while. I haven't seen it in a while either. One store had just got one case of hand sanitizer, and that went as soon as it got off the truck. I got me too. I said, let me get my hand sanitizer because obviously we all need hand sanitizer, especially ones that's out here on the front line. We need it so that we can keep doing our job. One lady approached me and she was like, oh, could you please put some tissue to the side because I'm working right now, but please could you just put some tissue to the side so I can come and buy it because I ran out of toilet paper and I can't never seem to make it to the store to get none. And it's so bad that I don't have any tissue left, and I just been using a wash rag, wipe myself after I do use the bathroom. I said, dang, things have got so bad that you got to use washcloths to wipe your ass. Excuse my language. Even though it's not a surprise for people that already live in poverty, because people that already live in poverty, this is nothing new for us not having the general necessities from day to day. Looked like she had money and a good job. That being said, it's not about your status anymore. It's not about how much money you got. At the end of the day, this just proves how human that 100% of everybody is. As a humanity, we need each other. You always going to have your evildoers, and you always going to have your lighted people, like people that want to do good, you know, for the purpose of humanity and the purpose of God. It's like when these type of catastrophes happen and these type of epidemics happen, it really goes to show who is who, like who's the evil and who's the good people trying to fight the evil. You know how they say birds of a feather flock together? So we need to get like-minded birds that are light birds and good people to come together so that we can help each other out, because you're never going to get rid of the evildoers, because that's going to emerge, I feel like, even more, because this really feels like the times. I know I hate to keep speaking of the Bible. Everybody has their opinion on the Bible, and I didn't even have my opinion. I don't fully believe everything in the Bible, but the Bible does have some truth in it. I really feel like Revelations is really outplaying itself. Everything in Revelations is going on, and it could just be part of just things playing itself out. Is going to be the evildoers playing out their role to do their agenda. Part of the agenda, now I don't know how many people know about this, but part of the agenda is the New World Order. And part of the New World Order, because you know how every country have their own set of governments that governs that country. They're trying to have it to where it is one government governing the whole world. That's what they're doing. They're trying to get the whole humanity, no matter what race you are, what religion you are, what language you speak. They're trying to gather everybody to where it's only one elite government governing the whole world. No more separate governments. They're trying to make people comply by doing certain things. Like I just watched a video yesterday and I put it in my community section. They're trying to do mandated vaccines, and then they're trying to do mandated chips, but it's not, from what I was reading in the book a long time ago, I thought that either they will implant the chip in your head or implant the chip in your wrist. But from what the video was saying that it's going to be a chip that's inside of a bracelet, and the bracelet is going to, once you put the chip around your wrist, it's some kind of prongs that's going to embed into your skin, and it's going to be an indefinite, permanent bracelet. And they saying for people that rebel and people that don't get it, they're going to be forced to get it with force, probably brute force. Because, you know, when the government tries to enforce something, he's not going to be kind about the enforcement that he's going to do. We have to come together. This is the most important time to come together. Like, this is history right now. This is history right now that all of us are a part of, and all of us should try to be together, flocking together in light, and help the ones that is good people and try to stick together. We have to survive. It's another video that I'm going to eventually talk about. I have to learn it myself. Another thing I really feel like, because of everything going on, we need to learn CPR. We need to learn medical aid, because obviously the healthcare is getting bombarded with so much that it seems like if you get sick, I'm not going to say it's no point to call the doctor or go to the doctor. Really take a high chance of going to the doctor, because they either might keep you because they think you got the COVID-19, or you might have the COVID-19 to where you're not coming out the hospital. And then they're so bombarded, they're going to pick and choose who they see and why they see you, because they need all their manpower to keep up with the demands of all these ill patients. It's up to you to learn basic medical care so that you can help yourself without even having to call a doctor or a nurse. It's this one thing right here, and this is something to help with CPR. This is a thing that's supposed to help with CPR. It's like you put the mask over your face, and then you hook up the pump. You hook up the pump to the mask, and that's supposed to blow air in the lungs to do CPR on somebody that, of course, you just don't want to go mouth to mouth, because nowadays with COVID-19 and all these other diseases, ain't no telling if they try to come out with another disease. Hopefully they don't come out with another disease. They really trying to kill our population. I think it's population control, if you ask me. Have yourself an emergency kit bag. You don't never know if something happened to where you might have to dress a wound. You don't know if you might have to do CPR. You don't know if you might have to kind of suture up, a gash, because you can even glue a gash, or, suture it up or anything. What you could possibly need is, like, this is hydrogel burn. People might get burned. You need something for burn care. You might need something, just squeeze and shake, instant cold pack. So somebody might fall and hit their head. Somebody might fall and get a bruise. So you need cold packs. You need gauze. I won't say what you need, but I'm preparing. So if something happened and I'm able to try to save somebody or help somebody, I'm trying to learn as much survival stuff as I can, so that way I can survive. Sure, I'm a survivor. I'm not trying to fall short. You're going to need tape, so that way you can tape up your bandages. You're probably going to need like a knife to cut the bandages, or you're probably going to need some like surgical scissors to cut some sutures or cut certain things. You're going to need antibiotic ointment. Like, it's a couple things that can help you, and it's so basic. Like, this stuff is so basic. Like, this is not like a surgical equipment, anything like that. It's the basic stuff to where if something happens, somebody around you get hurt, you're able to help out and do your part. This is a blood pressure cuff. You gotta learn how to take manual blood pressure. Then you got, this is more, matter of fact, I believe this is a tourniquet. No, this is splint. This is a splint right here. But you might need a tourniquet, because if somebody is bleeding profusely from their arm, and I know this from experience when I almost lost my life due to a domestic violent relationship, the police officer actually used his belt. Like, when I had got cut right here and blood was just shooting out, he had to tourniquet my whole arm with my son's belt, and that saved my life. It hurted really bad, but tourniqueting a limb or your leg, tourniqueting anything that is just shooting out blood could be the means between somebody's life or death. Yeah, guys, we learn to love. Like, learn that love language. Learn how to help somebody. Learn how to do a good deed. Like, if you can just call somebody that you probably ain't talked to in years, or just call people you care about, video chat somebody. Right now, video chatting is trending because that's all we can do since a lot of people are quarantined. I kind of don't understand how this quarantine is working, because obviously I still have to do my job out there delivering to these stores. And as I'm on the road, especially in my area, I'm seeing people that's still out like nothing changed. I'm still seeing a form of traffic. I'm still seeing people, families in their car riding around, people walking, this and that. It don't seem like people are listening. And it almost feels like because you know you're going to have your rebels, you're going to have people like, man, bump the government. I'm going to go out and I'm going to do what I want. And it's going to cause more problems. Really just trying to figure out how you get forced to do something that's inhumane as a chip, or get forced to do something that's unconstitutionalized as a chip. What are the means to stand up for yourself without, like, just protect your family? So it's just boiling down to, I feel like I said, learn at least the basic medical needs to try to take care of you and your family at home without depending on the blue coat. I guess learn survival techniques, like maybe learn how to plant seeds, or learn how to get natural resources like food that you can, like a garden, even though they'll probably try to say you can't have a garden or use water. But yeah, we got to stick together, guys. We have to just try to help a fellow man in need if we realize that is a child of light. Now, it's hard to tell. Now it's getting kind of confusing to tell the difference between evil and bad, because some evil people will dress it up like they're here for a common good cause, but then indeed they got an intention that is undeniably just flat out evil. We have to stay in shape. We have to practice defense techniques. Like if you got somebody at home, sprawl with them. When I say sprawl, just do some jabbing, like box, see how fast you are, do some grappling techniques. Try to see if you can fight, because you never know if there's going to come a time where you might have to get physical to protect yourself. A knife on you, like do things to where you have a winning chance to survive if it just really boils down to it. Nobody knows what is to come. We just have to be prepared. Proactive is better than being reactive. And I feel like that's what's going on now. Instead of being proactive, but I know that everything is from being programmed. Everybody on this that's in this world has been programmed in some form of fashion, has been influenced some form of fashion, because you got symbolism, you got media, just how society has just like kids growing up to believe certain things. The school system is broke, the government is broken, everything is just broken to where we are so asleep. They call it sleep. There's not a lot of people that's awake. You got some people that's awake because people are doing their research, and people know, a lot of people done foreseen this stuff coming. It's really important that we, like, enough of us come together, so that way if something really does go down, there's enough. Sometimes it's strength in numbers, but then it's not really strength in numbers if the opposite person, the enemy, has more resources or weapons. But it's still a winning fight to try to win the fight. Ain't no point to try to give up and just lay down and take it. So we have to stick together and just do what we can to just have a common cause in common, and put all the little disagreements to the side, put all just whatever just don't make no sense, put it to the side, and let's come together and try to stick together, do what we can for each other. So, all right, guys, y'all guys have a lovely day. I don't think I'm going to do it daily, but y'all want to see me try my best to check in as much as I can, just to either give information or to uplift you guys. You guys have a lovely day. I hope y'all at least able to get out and walk for the ones that is on quarantine. But all right, guys, time is of the essence. I'll make a better time of it. Just sitting here talking to you guys and about to go spend time with my family. So, all right, y'all.